Burkina Faso,
Sierra Leone,
South Africa,
Ghana,
Benin,
Togo,
Uganda,
Malawi,
Tunisie,
Kenya.
Our objective has been that this project becomes a model of agriculture training in Africa within the Comprehensive African Agriculture Development Framework, because we have found that vocational education and training in agriculture delivery in Africa has been lacking and not receiving the necessary investment and technical direction the way they would build the skills of the young people to improve agricultural transformation and at the same time also create jobs. Another also reason is that we started with 6 countries. Now we have opportunity to move to additional 6 countries. So it means that we'll be working in 12 countries, and we even thinking of having an opportunity to go to the rest of Africa. But then you now want to harvest what we have done, and it makes also transfer of knowledge from one system to another, from one country to another, easier to be adapted, to be customized to the needs also of the country. We need to now bring all this step approach to in a more harmonized way to incorporate into the system, and that becomes a box. So you say toolkit or a box of tools that you can pick this one to go and do this, and can pick this one to go and do this.
In my view, the benefit of a gathering like this, over and above information exchange and learning from each other, is to help the continent at large, not to replicate what is already in the system, but to learn from each other and take it from there and adapt to their different contexts in their countries.
Je souhaite que ces genres d'initiatives se multiplient, que nous puissions essayer de rapprocher les points de vue, de comprendre mutuellement ce qui se passe dans les autres pays.
Agriculture in West Africa has lots of challenges in terms of empowering the capacity of youth and women, and there is need to provide opportunities for vocational training, particularly in the area of agriculture, as a means to empower women and youth as a way to enhance their income levels and overall livelihoods. And this in the end will also boost production and productivity along the agricultural value chain. Again, CADEP and NEPAD are working strongly towards enhancing the capacity of youth, women, and also to ensure that projects within their target communities actually support that drive.
You need people who set out a good policy for TVET and agriculture TVET in Africa. You need to engage these people. So what are the processes that we guide implementers, we guide our coordinators, we guide the NEPAD agency to say that before we even move to establish this, how do we now place people to understand even the conceptual approach of what you are bringing? Getting the products from the user point of view is very important. It makes the people who ultimately are going to use it understand what the purpose is. So we are looking at fit for purpose. Fit for purpose. So we are not trying to package something and go and put onto a member state and say this is what. So the member states understand that this were delivered by our peers. So if a TVET authority CEO in a country like, for example, Cameroon pick this, and he knows, understand that I had my colleague TVET authority from Kenya, from Tunisia, from Ghana, Sierra Leone, they were part of the development process. It brings more credibility.
So I see this training as being beneficial, given that we are also gaining insights from implementation in the initial 6 target countries, which to a larger extent have resulted some impact, which we've also gained during the training, and we are learning from successes as well as challenges. And this will help us to properly design the projects in our country, especially in the area of phases in the project's implementation arrangements, right from the preparatory stage and also in the implementation stage. And who will be the key actors in these implementation arrangements?
For me, this is a very good opportunity for African countries to come together to share ideas and also to actually come up with good practices that will help us to prepare the kind of skills that are very relevant and very competitive to be able to make our agriculture very, very productive, very important for us to develop us in various nations, ensuring that we form that kind of partnership that will help us to forge ahead as a united African nation. We need to develop as a nation, as an African continent, and once some of these things, workshops that we coming together, sharing ideas, will help us to harmonize our activities, our systems, our processes, and our policies, so as to bring about the kind of development that we have, or we all need for the African continent.
We have been on the ground since 2013, and we have gathered quite very good experiences of the African challenges and African problems. We have had some very good African solutions that are adapted to skills development that has really supported in creating agripreneurs among the youth, among the women, and among the people who traditionally were looking for jobs but now are able to start their own enterprises.
We have benefited a lot from this workshop, this interaction, because at least by the time we came here, we had a different perspective of TVET, especially what it means, what are the different terminologies that are involved in there, how do we put them across at the same page. But at least now we know when we go back we shall be able to share, especially issues with the development of the value chains, how we develop, how we involve the private sector, how to identify the stakeholders, and also how to begin on the curriculum development, how everybody is involved within the strong or the whole process of coming up with the final product.
Oui, alors participer avec beaucoup de pays africains à ce genre de forum, c'est important. C'est important pour nous pour plusieurs raisons. D'abord, mettre ensemble les techniques, réfléchir à comment chasser la faim, assurer la sécurité alimentaire, et cela mettre ensemble les compétences, les moyens de management, les outils de développement curriculaire et également les outils de suivi et d'évaluation des processus.